Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we got Bitcoin here at 71,500 per coin, at least as of the time of this recording. And we've got an XRP price sitting in and around 62 cents, 62 and a half cents roughly. Not so great. I mean, I gotta say, not so great. When Bitcoin surpassed its all-time high in the last bull run, where was XRP sitting? Let's just take a look for fun. The last time Bitcoin reached these prices, let's call it $69,000. That was in November of 2021. XRP was sitting in and around November of 2021. XRP was still coming off its all-time high in around $1.34. So performing a lot better. Of course, guys, this is a different time in the market. We have to remember the market cycle works in a very set way. And if you guys didn't catch the video I did this morning, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner, explaining a little more about that. But I wanted to bring you guys another point of view, another analysis here from Miles Dutcher, okay? So why are we seeing all these cryptocurrencies, all these random altcoins going crazy? AI, meme coins, and gaming will lead the crypto bull run, he says, and go much higher than you think. The reason why is simple. Yet something like 90% of people will mess this up. If you're serious about changing your life this bull run, read this thread. Now, I'm going to read you guys this, and again, this is Miles' opinion here. Over the past few months, Bitcoin has been ripping and recently made a new all-time high. Sentiment has swung from neutral to extremely bullish, with altcoins also performing strongly, as we've all witnessed in the market, obviously. What does this have to do with AI, meme coins, and crypto gaming? Well, the first thing you have to understand is that crypto is a reflective asset class. Higher prices positively impact fundamentals, which creates extreme momentum in both directions. When price moves higher, the frequency of crypto coverage in the mainstream media and advertising also skyrockets. So it's a symbiotic relationship, guys. Media gets more clicks and interactions. Advertisers are willing to spend more money on advertisements. This is why we did see all those Super Bowl ads back in 2022, the beginning of 2022, before the FTX collapse. Major news outlets like CNBC and Bloomberg are now covering crypto daily. This daily bombardment of crypto information leads to one thing, though: retail awareness. Now, this is where the FOMO and the euphoria really will kick in, and this is when we'll see the prices go even higher. And that awareness only increases as prices go even higher than that. So we see prices move higher, that leads to more media coverage, then retail jumps in, then sentiment improves, and it all fosters its own kind of ecosystem there to support the FOMO. He goes on to say, we've seen this reflected in a recent meme coin pump. Some people are arguing meme coins pumping are bearish. It's actually the complete opposite. This is a sign that sideline retail, who are probably still wary from the 2021 bull market, are finally coming back into the market. Look, I'm a big fundamentals guy. I'm fascinated by tokenomics, flywheels, new technological breakthroughs, and Web3 principles, but I also accept that retail don't give a crap about the next modular ZK-L3 account abstraction interoperability aggregator. Exactly. We're here for the money, right? They like buying things that they can easily understand, that they resonate with. Meme coins, for example, are an innate part of online culture, and they also appeal to the intertribalism and social nature of humans. This logic also extends to other easily marketable vehicles. AI and gaming stand out. Why? AI has constant news flow from the real-world advancements, and gaming is a behemoth of an industry and is one of the most compelling retail user acquisition verticals that crypto has. Also remember, retail that have been sidelined aren't up to speed yet with a lot of the newer coins, especially the heavy tech ones. As they jump back into the market, they gravitate towards the old stuff they already know and somewhat trust. So the reality is these sectors are likely to outperform once again, just like meme coins and gaming did in the last bull run. AI being the new shiny addition to the trio. As retail floods back in, we're still nowhere near the peak, guys, of 2021 levels. These sectors are likely to go a lot higher. And that's not to say that other sectors won't perform strongly. I'm still actively invested in a variety of other narratives. It's just a reminder to not outsmart yourself this bull run. So I think a very important tweet thread here by Miles Dutcher. Some good takeaways, ultimately summing up the market in a pretty concise, I think, understandable way for many of you to understand. And again, guys, very, very early in the market, XRP still has not pumped, but that does not necessarily mean that it won't. There's also still the theory that the real-world utility will take shape near the end of the market. So in this morning's video, I did talk about the potential for Bitcoin rallying, finding its all-time high maybe somewhere near October 2025. So there still is a lot of time to build real-world utility. We're already seeing banks like Ripple partner Indus Inbank. They're launching some new technology here, Indus Payware. an all-in-one tokenizable wearable. I don't know if this is going to incorporate the XRP ledger, although we do know this bank does have a partnership with Ripple. On top of that, they're also partnering with Ripple partner MasterCard to boast their country's first all-in-one tokenizable wearables for both debit and credit cards. The company stated in a filing on exchanges on Monday that this offering aims to enable users to tokenize their Indus in-bank cards onto a chip-enabled wearable device. So the division president of South Asia, MasterCard, he said Indus Payware aims to deliver unparalleled flexibility, convenience, and security to users. It is a fine example of how MasterCard leverages its expertise to allow customers to empower to choose between and make payments using their favorite wearable device. So another gadget here, I guess, for people interested in going cashless. So it is swift and secure transactions, just talks a little bit more about that. Pay and tap transactions at any contactless point of sale terminal. So you can see how it works there. What else do we have here? Not too much. Traction guidelines. So it gives you guys some guidelines here. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested to read more. But from Ripple partner Indus Bank partnering up with MasterCard, which is another Ripple partner. Some interesting news there coming out of the, and they're tokenizing this, right? This is a tokenizable wearable. So this is definitely running on the blockchain, probably running on the XRP ledger if I were to speculate on this. Anyway, going to keep moving along. We got some more Ripple partner news here, guys, from Mike Manfield. India's UPI is now coming to Nepal. So we know this is a Ripple-enabled payments platform. India's ambitions to take its unified payment interface global has taken another step forward and now linking up with Nepal's PhonePe. So NPCI International Payments and PhonePe, which is Nepal's largest payment network, have gone live for cross-border transactions between the two countries. In its first phase, the deal enables Indians to make instant QR code-based payments across various PhonePe merchants in Nepal using the UPI-enabled apps. And so the CEO of NPCI International Payments, he says, this initiative not only signifies our commitment to innovating the digital payment space, but also reflects our dedication to creating new avenues for trade, strengthening the bond between the two nations. We envision this partnership as a catalyst for greater financial inclusion and economic prosperity in the region, and we are excited to embark on this journey of transformation together. Launched in 2016, the UPI has been essential to India's efforts to use digital payments and boost financial inclusion, and of course, leveraging XRP through the Ripple network has certainly helped. It has handled over 100 billion transactions since the year 2016. The international subsidiary was set up in 2020 to push the UPI as well as the RuPay card network outside of India. Earlier this year, the unit also joined forces with Google Pay to accelerate this global expansion. So some great news here coming out of India. Now connected with Nepal's PhonePe, leveraging Ripple partner NPCI. So great news there. Wanted to thank Mike for posting that. So we got two stories here, two Ripple partners creating more utility, the tokenization of real-world assets like XRP being utilized in a real-world setting as we're seeing liquidity build in the market, as we're seeing Bitcoin price continue to rise. So how high could these cryptocurrencies go? Raul Pal here from Real Vision, he did put out some price predictions, although he did say down here, I really don't like to put out price predictions. This one courtesy of Sento Sumo Saba. Here are some of Raul Pal's price predictions this bull run. Listen to this.
Bitcoin finishes this cycle closer to 250,000. I think a lot of people are lower. I think it might be higher because of the dynamics of the ETF and other stuff. I'm pegging Ethereum between 15 and 20,000. And I'm pegging Solana between 750 and 1,000.
Solana 750 to 1,000, 15 to 20,000. Was that it for Ethereum? And Bitcoin closer to $250,000 per coin. So very, very ambitious goals here, I think, for the King cryptocurrency. Although, you know, even if we were to just simply throw a Fibonacci on here, a Bitcoin price reaching the top here would bring us very, very close to $250,000. We have not even breached the 1.618, the 2.618, 3.618, nor the 4.236. Obviously, that would be all-time high. But even conservatively, I know, some people are talking about a $200,000 Bitcoin, and even $150,000 for a Bitcoin would definitely sit in amongst some of the more conservative predictions. But I got to say, I mean, even a Solana in the $750 to $1,000 price range. Let's just throw Solana up here on the chart just real quickly. Part of my legacy portfolio, of course, something that you can find at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if you guys are interested in what I'm trading. That would bring us right about here, okay? The top $1,083 for a Solana. The 3.618 would bring us in around 900 and change, and then 2.618 would bring us over $670. That's $672 roughly. So, guys, we still do have a ways to go. And no, XRP will not be left in the dust. Another great observation here from notfinancialadvice.crypto regarding the grandfather clock. In Bearable Guy's riddle, I finally found BG123's grandfather clock, a Regency mahogany and Kingwood long case, okay? He says, at first glance, they may not look identical because Bearable Guy switched the dial, adjusted the color, and replaced the bottom half with a different clock. More on that in a second, but notice the patterns in the wood, the tiny hole beside the 9, and even the left brass finial is leaning to the right exactly the same. Let me play you guys this. He just did a screen grab here regarding the Regency mahogany and Kingwood long case clock, William Finmore Birmingham, okay? So check this out, guys. Amazing the kinds of things that the XRP community are coming up with here, finding these brand new clues in the Bearable Guy riddles from years ago now. So check this out, guys. The detail is uncanny, amazing. But do notice, as Not Financial Advice does point out, Bearable Guy took the time to remove this part of the clock, the lower part of the clock here. Whoops. Let me just bring that back over here. The lower part of the clock, then you can see that it is transparent down in here. Now, he continues by saying, here's where it gets interesting. If you look at the bottom half of BG's clock, you can see the color and blur are not consistent, meaning Bearable Guy went out of his way to edit the bottom half of a different clock to show a clear glass case. Why, you may ask? Why? So we would notice the pendulum is loose, meaning the clock is not ticking. So check this out here, guys. The clock not ticking here. Here he's pointing it out. BG edited the bottom half of the clock to convey the pendulum is not swinging. You can see that is broken there. Was Bearable Guy trying to convey time is frozen? Was he alluding to quantum theories that time doesn't exist at all? Very interesting theories here. By the way, a random troll, which many of you think Bearable Guy is, wouldn't go out of his way to build a custom grandfather clock from 3 different clocks. The amount of layers to these is what fascinates me. So another great observation here from Not Financial Advice. You guys can see the edit here on the clock. Another interesting piece of information that I think we should all be paying attention to when it comes to the Bearable Guy riddles and when it comes to the possibility of some more clues in these riddles. Now, take a look at this, guys. I wanted to bring this up too from Filius Libertatis. Struck me right away. David Schwartz posted this back in 2021. Oh, really looks like there are 2 suns out there. Look at this image, guys. Doesn't that look oddly familiar as well? The greenhouse from the most recent Bearable Guy riddle with those square windows, very, very similar. Even the ceiling, with the windows looking up, that also looks very, very similar to this image here. This tweet coming from David Schwartz again from back in 2021. Things that make you go, if you guys didn't catch this Bearable Guy riddle, Not Financial Advice brought up another huge bombshell back several weeks ago now. The colliding of galaxies. If you guys didn't catch the video I did on that, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Some other observations here that I just wanted to bring up. If we just scroll down here, something about, where was it now? Oh no, now I cannot find it, unfortunately. Or no, maybe it was from here. Danny Dark also bringing this up, okay, in the blink of an eye. Now, Bearable Guy did post this back in, I believe it was March 2022 or 22? Basically around the time, right, it was here when the March calendar showed a heart over here. Back in 2022, Bearable Guy winked on March the 11th until March the 13th. Now, again, this was back from 2022. In this morning's video, if you guys didn't catch that, I will link that up here. Powell has now decided to end the BTFP. We talked a lot about this, emergency bank liquidity, and that is happening today, March the 11th. And so from tomorrow's date onward, could we see or witness the switch being flipped in the background? Powell did the same thing in January of 2020 when he pulled emergency repo interventions away. Hank Paulson also pulled repo away in 2008, right when the crash began. This is all by design. Things that make you go, so many people contributing to this thread today. Finance a lot. Wanted to thank him, Danny Dark, also Philibus Libertarius, of course, and Not Financial Advice, definitely, for this original observation. So guys, are we going to see something? It is very interesting that someone's bringing this up again. The blink of an eye, March the 11th through the 13th. Again, this was a couple of years ago, but guys, we're approaching those dates. Not to mention this could trigger other banks failing. The Bank of Japan, guys, now is considering abandoning yield curve control. This one courtesy of Michael Branch. And guys, this is all happening in and around the same time, which is super suspect or just a huge coincidence. The shift signals potential impact on crypto adoption. Japan's XRP plans intersect with the BOJ involving monetary policies. I wanted to read you guys some of this because I think this, in fact, could be connected too. The Bank of Japan is considering abandoning the yield curve control. This signals a potential impact on crypto adoption. We also know about Japan's XRP plans and how they intersect with the Bank of Japan's evolving monetary policies. So in a groundbreaking move, the Bank of Japan is reportedly mulling over the termination of its yield curve program. This could signal potential shifts in the country's financial landscape. As speculations mount, the BOJ may replace this program by announcing the volume of government bonds it intends to purchase, making a notable departure from its traditional approach. And this is causing a buzz amongst the XRP army. This development gained significance against the backdrop of Japan's earlier announcement that every Japanese bank is slated to integrate Ripple's digital asset XRP into its operations by 2025. This potential abandonment of the yield curve program also hints at broader monetary policy adjustments that could influence the adoption of cryptocurrencies like XRP. Well, let me bring you guys to this too from ISO GOAT. Well, that is super interesting. An older document here, blockchain and banking use cases. We have HSBC, Bank of Canada, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, the Bank of America, Deutsche Bank here, HSBC, and then take a look at this, guys, in the same chart. Remittances, cross-border payments, UBS Santander using Ripple. But also note this, remittances competing with SWIFT using Ripple. Over 60 Japanese banks, 80% of Japanese banks in the industry are already using RippleNet, hence potentially leveraging XRP for that utility. Now we see a potential crisis here in Japan, potentially impacting crypto adoption. And the Bearable Guy connection here. Oh, I found what I was looking for from Extra Parabolic. Guys, from 2023, May 2023, he even brought up the grandfather clock here. Crypto startup Ripple is seeking a license in Ireland to drive EU expansion. Antique Irish flame mahogany grandfather clock, the Regency period. This is a symbol of prosperity. Of course, Brad Garlinghouse in the leprechaun costume and the symbol of prosperity on the clock. I think these are all signs pointing to the fact that you and I just have to wait a little longer. Do not relinquish your XRP too early. I think those who are getting fed up, maybe selling off right now, chasing altcoins that are already soaring, might have the wrong idea, but that's just my opinion and of course not financial advice. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.